Hey Sagittarius, it is CJ here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back, my love. I hope you're doing beautiful today. It is Wednesday. It is July 30th. Oh my gosh, I can't keep track of the days lately. July 30th. 2025, of course. I'm going to do a general reading for you, as always, not a one-to-one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to be here. We're going to get into your reading in a moment, Saggy. Just a couple of things. It is timeless, even though I am doing it on Wednesday, and as well as it may not resonate with everyone, so please keep that in mind, all right? Thank you so much for all of your love. I love you back, Sagittarius. You are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so when I was meditating on your energy, Sag, I did not receive a picture. I have my eyes closed right now, even as I'm speaking. It was more of a feeling that they were giving me, and there was a feeling of longing. Now, when I tried to tune in a little bit more, I'm not sure if it's your energy or if it could be the other person involved here. I'm going to be really honest right up front. I don't know what cards are going to come out or anything, but there was this feeling where this feels more of a romantic love reading that the energy coming through. We'll see. But again, it felt like some kind of connection that you would have had, if this is your reading, it felt like a connection that you would have had sometime in your life. I think it's over. It has been over. It felt like it was for quite a while. But yet, when I say over, I feel that there is this longing. There's this connection, almost like, two peas in a pod, two people that when you were with each other, there was this undeniable connection. Such harmony, joy, love, and it felt easy. It didn't feel to me as if it was a very difficult kind of situation. It felt to me that it just, I don't know how to put this other than two people that were meant to meet, were meant to be in each other's lives, and the connection felt really pure. But it did feel like it had ended, okay? So I don't know, I kind of got that feeling of, maybe there's some communication that's going to be around the corner. Depends on where you're at, obviously, in your timeline. This might not be something you're interested in. Again, maybe it's not romantic, maybe it is a friendship or something, right? But Spirit gave it to me the way that I had just said to you. So we're going to get right into your reading, Sag. We're going to open up the Wisdom Oracle. Let's see what Spirit has, and we'll move from there, okay? All right, Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading for Sagittarius. What is the message you have for those that this is their reading? Let's begin at the bottom. Oh, I love this card. No place like home is on the bottom of your deck, the foundation of your reading here. Oh, let me take a breath because it feels very beautiful. It's number 50, so it is a 5. 5 does talk about change. No place home for me is that energy, Sag, where you are in the right place. People that are around you are going to love you up. You are going to feel safe, content. I don't know how else to put it. Sometimes I struggle with words, especially with Mercury retrograde as we are in right now. But it is that that beautiful energy of just kind, calm, loving, safe, serene, exciting as well. I mean, it's not a boring card, right? But it's that card where you really get to be authentically yourself, and I do feel very much like loved for who you are. So no place like home. Again, that could be a person, right? Could be a person that made you feel the connection undeniably was like you were their home, they were your home. I almost kind of feel a little emotional about this because it feels like a lot of love. Don't know what happened, but we'll see. By the Book is next, okay, number 11. So there's that master spirit number. This is about really doing everything by the book, not missing a step, not trying to cut corners. Like if this was a reading about, let's say, let's say someone was going through a divorce or a separation or something like that. You want to make sure you're doing everything properly. You want to make sure you're staying in your grace and your, in your, I'm hearing word elegance, where you are doing everything the right way, not skipping anything. It feels very important, okay? Someone needs to know that because I do feel someone might be in either the process of going through some kind of a divorce or already have gone through the divorce, but there's things to finish up. And again, even if this is the other person, because cross watchers, right? People that are listening to this reading to see what Sag is up to, right? It could even be the message for them of like, make sure you're doing things the right way, right? Don't just rush in, consider things. We have blessed next, Sag, which is 22. So you have 11 and then you have 2, 2. Okay, pretty powerful energy coming through. This is all about being very blessed, being watched over, protected, guided, supported, and again, the blessings coming through. We have serendipity. They want me to take this one as well. Thank you, Spirit. Serendipity, man. This is a pretty incredible reading so far. 18, so it's a 9. You know, 9s are the coming to the conclusion of something. Serendipity to me is feeling like this is all divine timing, Sag. So for some of you, this could be some relationship that happened 30 years ago. I don't know why I'm getting 30, but I am getting 30. Where there was this beautiful connection, but life took over. Maybe someone moved to some other city or town or something. You know what I mean? Or I'm not trying to talk about messy stuff here. I'm talking about legit, honest connection, but where life got in the way. And serendipity showing up is saying that, you know, everything happens for a reason. And if you're meant to be around this person or in this situation, however it is, it happens. It's going to happen regardless, okay? And then we have time to go. Wow, okay. Again, time to go is 45 as well, so 2-9 showing up. When I see this card, definitely is the energy of moving forward, moving on. There's a door at the end of this bridge that this person's headed to, and there's quite a speed in there's quite a speed in the movement of where they're headed and how fast they're going. There's stars all over this card, right on the bridge. I don't know, it feels like kind of magic here. Okay, let's put these back. Let's see what Spirit has. I have to say this because it is feeling to me, it's feeling to me as, I don't know how to put this stuff in words, man, but it feels to me like, you know, like this kind of whole thing of meeting later, I'm going to say in life. I don't know how old anyone is, and really age is just a number here. But it feels like it's like destiny behind the scenes are working to, I want to say, bring you together. Okay? I don't know. I don't normally do real love readings, you know, but this is feeling like it. So let's see what Spirit has. Okay? All right, Spirit. What is this about for Sagittarius, for those that this is their reading? Please show me clearly. What is the message? Yeah, it's like that energy of, thank you. It's like that energy of, oh, my mind just went blank because I'm in channel mode. There is this powerful connection that I'm feeling that even no matter space, time, circumstances, it hasn't left, at least the other person. And again, Saggy, I don't feel like this is a reading for any of you that are out there that are like, I don't want to hear from anyone from the past. I get that. That means that this isn't your reading. That's what I'm feeling here. This feels to me like a connection that someone has not ever forgotten about you. That's what it feels like. The card that came out is flexible, and it is number 19, or I think it's, what is it, 19? Yes, 19, so that is a 10. Energy, sorry, I'm just hearing a noise in the background, weird. This is the energy about being really flexible, right? Not being rigid in your thinking, not being rigid in your stance. This is about allowing yourself to bend like the branches on the tree when the wind's blowing. There's an egg here that does represent new life, new beginning, a new start. So again, if for some of you this is really important, that Spirit is saying try to be flexible, try to remain open. Now, they want me to take a closer look at this card, which is wild. Yeah, there's these beautiful little pink flowers all over. And that's kind of feeling like love to me. It's kind of feeling a little bit like love. Bottom of the deck, wow, okay. We have orphaned, wow. Oh my goodness, and then we have soulmate next, okay. Telling you, Sag, Spirit works in amazing ways. Orphaned on the bottom to start with. It's number 5 as well, so there's that change, another change. So orphan is that you were left behind. That's what it feels like, left behind, left out. Sure, it could be the other person, but you know, it is your reading here. So orphan is like, I've been left, I'm on my own here, and heartbroken and devastated, if I may even say. What this feels like to me is that there was some kind of situation in the past. It feels in the past. For some of you, it might have only been a year ago, but I'm getting this longer I'm getting this longer kind of feeling. And like I say, I don't normally get timelines, but I am getting the feeling of this being quite a long time ago. Like the love of your life, or you might have thought this was the love of your life. And perhaps they were. But I'm feeling circumstances took you apart. Very powerful. We have soulmates, as I said, Sag. I don't want to get too stuck on this. We have soulmates underneath that, which is 41, so it's another 5. We've had 3 5s showing up in this reading. So I definitely feel that there is change in the future if you're open to it, right? Soulmates, kind of self-explanatory here. There's 2 penguins. Penguins mate for life unless something happens to their mate, right? So when you think about that, that is a deep, strong connection that they have. In this card, it is depicted by, one of them has the keyhole in the shape of the heart, and the other one has the key. They're meant to be together. And again, maybe, maybe this lifetime it was meant for you to have some space in between, for you to grow one way, for them to grow the other. Because I'm just getting this, I'm getting the longing energy come through, Sag, okay? So I do feel Spirit is saying, whatever this is, and if it's not romantic, it's not romantic, but that's how I'm picking up on it. This feels like 2 people that are meant to be together. Okay, I'm going to keep that upright over here. And let's get into the tarot portion. I'm going to have a quick sip of water first. Okay. All right. Okay, Sag. Let's see what this is about. Let's go a little deeper. Light Seer's deck today. Let's start. Bottom of the deck, we have your energy, the King of Wands. Feminine, masculine, right? We all have masculine and feminine. So King of Wands, this is your energy, as I said. Could be Aries and Leo that you might be dealing with, or someone that was in your life before. This is the energy of determination, taking the lead, taking the stance where it's a very determined energy. So for some of you, this may, like I said, this might be the other person at play here. I'm kind of not getting clear, so we're not going to spend too much time on this because I'm not getting clear energy from it. But again, King of Wands, right? You got the line behind this person, and they're not bowing down. We have the Queen of Swords next. This is our air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Sag, Queen of Swords is that energy of detaching from the emotion and actually seeing the facts, right? She's a really good judge of character. She can call bullshit from miles away. At the same time, depending on how this plays out, this can also be where we shut our feelings off and we're quite cold and we don't want to, we won't open the door, right? So, very, very different energy. Page of Pentacles is next. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are energy of Earth, money, resources, self-confidence. This is like that new start, right? The beginner, preparing for this new beginning. Whoa, okay. Then we have the World. I want to keep going here. I want to see what's under the deck. The World is the last major arcana, okay, which represents the ending, right? An ending, usually a new beginning. We have the Three of Swords. Okay. Yep. Not surprised. So 3 of Swords, heartbreak, devastation, can be betrayal, Sag, of course. Crazy thing is I'm not really getting that in this reading. I'm not going to lie to you about it. I'm not getting that energy, but we'll see. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, and I don't normally go more than 6. It's almost like someone was weighing out their options or weighing out what was going to be the best decision to make. And it feels to me that they made a decision. Again, Sag, this could be you, right? Made a decision that you had to break something off, and it really broke your heart and probably the other person. Okay. All right, Spirit. Show me what is happening here and where Sagittarius is going or what you're guiding them. Thank you so much. I just heard the word name Terrence. Terrence. I think Terrence. Okay. All right. Show me what's going on here for Sagittarius. Thank you so much for guiding me. Oh, okay. Whoa, wait. Okay, we cannot take all of these. But look at that. Look at that. The 3 of Swords again. And you've seen I shuffled. I shuffled quite a bit. First card that did come out, though, was a Queen of Cups. That's Cancer's energy. Could be another water sign, Pisces or Scorpio, but it is Cancer's energy. Some of you might have been dealing with a Cancer. It might have been a Cancer that you were involved with. This is the energy of a lot of love, a lot of dedication, a lot of loyalty. Very strange, very interesting, because it feels here like I don't know if a Cancer broke your heart or if it's the other way around, because this being on the bottom, right? Also, this can be an energy with going with the flexible. That Spirit is saying, try to open your heart a little bit, especially if you did really care about this person and you don't have bitter feelings about it. Allow peace to come in, allow communication to happen, so that there is healing, regardless whether this is a moving going forward together or not, right? Okay, I want to keep going. See, and it's very interesting because under the Three of Swords, we once again have the King of Wands, but now we have the King of Swords. Before we had the Queen of Swords, which can be a pair. Again, I'm getting Libra. I'm getting Libra energy coming through. So perhaps you were dealing with a Libra and someone had to make some kind of logistical, legal, why am I getting legal? That's weird. Decision that then they had to, they had to leave. They had to leave. They had to disconnect. But I don't think that they were very happy about it. And I also feel that they still think about you. It's kind of heartbreaking. It almost feels like a love story that has gone wrong. Okay. Show me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What else can you tell Sagittarius? Okay. Same cards kind of coming out here. So we got the King of Swords. The Ace of Swords. And the Hierophant. With the Page of Cups on the bottom, and then the Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so we got the King of Swords here. I think that there was something about... Okay, so Sag, because I'm kind of getting this almost like a third-party energy coming through here. Man, how do we talk about that, right? Because that can be very, very painful. It's very hurtful. But in some way, I'm feeling like there was some kind of legal something going on here. Because King of Swords is that authority kind of figure, if you think about it like that, right? It could be a judge, an attorney, a lawyer, whatever. Doesn't have to be, of course. But take a look at this. Like, this is someone that is really, again, detached from the emotions and really having to use the analytical part to make decisions, right? There's a crow, or a crow, yeah, there is actually, but there is also an owl there that is representing the wisdom and knowing what has to be done. Do you remember? Okay, because you're showing me the by the book card that was, I believe, on the bottom of this reading when we started, which is, again, proper proceedings, right? Don't, if you're married and you're breaking up, don't get involved with someone else technically until all the legal papers are done. Kind of that kind of energy coming through here. And I think that's what happened here. Then we have the Ace of Swords. So all aces are that seed, right? That plant, planting that seed with nurturing it, it grows. The Ace of Swords is talking about seeing things very, very clearly. Maybe having an aha moment. Almost like knowing what they have to do. And we have the Hierophant next, which is number 5. It's Taurus's energy. The Hierophant is representing, yes, wisdom, knowledge, but it is contracts, tradition, marriage, right, etc. So perhaps whoever this might have been or was in your life, maybe they were involved with someone else at that time, maybe for practical purposes or something. And because the way the King of Swords is looking over at the Queen of Swords, again, non-gender specific here, okay? Because the Queen of Cups could technically be masculine here in this reading. It's like looking over at the Queen of Cups going, I can't follow my emotions. I can't follow what I want to do here. Emotionally, I have to be practical, is what I'm getting here. I really hope this is making sense to those of you that this is your reading. Let me show it to you. Hopefully you can kind of see that. He's really studying her. Let me just, gosh, let's see. Really, really kind of studying her, and almost there's a sense of regret. I'm getting a sense of regret here. And then on the bottom, Sag, as I said, Page of Cups. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or emotions or relationships. This is like falling in love for the first time, falling in love again, but it all feels brand new. You can see, you know, there's like a little pig up here, right? Like representing obviously feet not on the ground. Head over heels, I'm hearing. Head over heels. Head over heels. Head over heels in love. Okay, and as I said, we got the Queen of Wands next. So now that's the feminine side. Okay, let's just stay with this for the time being. Is there anything else you have? And then let's start kind of clarifying, Spirit. What else can you tell me about this situation? Okay, that was just me, Sag. I just pushed them out. Yeah, what else can you tell me about this? Is there anything else you want to tell me about this situation, Spirit? I'll move on to another deck. Okay, let's go 3 times. 2. Okay, wow, that just jumped right into my chest. Okay, Knight of Wands, which I read as you, Sag. So this jumped out. You've seen how it hit me. Okay, this is your energy, right? This is your beautiful, adventurous, spontaneous, on fire, creative, passionate energy. It just hit me. So I feel like Spirit is saying, in some way, Sag, perhaps a little bit of this has been lost. And I say that because I feel like if this is your reading, sweetheart, it feels like you've gotten more serious. A little bit. Because whatever this heartbreak was, okay, I'm assuming it was love. I don't know, romantic love. Nevertheless here, I feel like it left its mark on you. Like life has never been quite the same since this ended. Is what it's feeling like to me. And I feel that this process of maybe reconnecting on some level here brings back the wholeness. Again, doesn't mean that you're going to be involved with this person, etc. Obviously, you have your own free will, but that's what this is feeling like to me. Now, the other 2 cards that came out, I don't even know where to place these, is the 7 of Wands, which again, your energy, Aries and Leo. This is like, I'm going to protect myself. I'm not going to let myself get hurt again. I'm going to keep myself in this bubble, and only people can reach me only so far, and they will never get to my heart kind of energy. That's what I'm getting right now. And then we have the Magician, which is, manifesting what you're focusing on. And that's interesting too, because even this way, the 7 of Wands has her eyes closed, so does the Knight of Wands, but at the same time, it's almost like ignoring the Knight of Wands. Does that make sense? Gosh, I hope that does. And on the bottom, we have the Star. Right. Aquarius energy, another major arcana. This is the energy of healing, of releasing, forgiveness if necessary. It can be a restart, right? Because your heart is healed. For those of you that are going through this, or you know what I'm talking about here, that this is your reading, I feel you. I send you so much love, because I know that this would have been very painful, and I do feel it's still, somewhere deep inside, it still has part of your heart. We have the 10 of Wands even after the Star. So again, it's almost like working through this. Again, we'll see if that Page of Swords comes out or something like that. That'd be really a good sign that there's communication coming. But the 10 of Wands is about relieving all of that heaviness and moving on, moving forward. Okay, let's go into my fountain deck. I'm going to leave the cards the way they are. I don't feel the need to change them. I don't think Spirit wants me to change them in the position. Okay, let's go fountain deck. Oh, my Lord. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups on the bottom. Just move this up a bit. So we have the Two of Cups on the bottom. So you have the soulmate card, now you have the Two of Cups on the bottom. So as you can see, these are two people that were meant to be. They were meant to be in each other's lives. There's this beautiful flow, harmony, right? Even though the bowls are a little higher and one's taller than the other, there is this strong, beautiful connection. And, you know, in a way, this almost looks like, kind of like if you think about outer space. Have you ever seen those videos or astronauts or whatever? I don't know why I'm getting this, but it almost is like looking at two people that are up in the heavens, like up in the stars and the you know, solar systems and everything, that this is meant to be. Six of Coins. There's that beautiful balance. What you were putting out, you're receiving. Then we get the Two of Wands, which is indecision. Okay, then we have the Nine of Cups, which is coming true. But you got to make a decision, or someone's going to make a decision. Then we have the Four of Coins. Okay, so this looks more like being left alone, right? Being abandoned. Two of Coins, juggling. Wow, I feel like this could be the other person. Okay. Okay, Spirit, thank you for guiding me in this reading. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more deeper. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about the King of Swords? Why is the King of Swords here? This is my fountain deck, if I didn't mention. Okay, wow, that's a lot of cards. Okay, we got the Page of Cups again on the bottom. King or Queen of Cups again. So, I don't know, I think some of you might have been involved with a Cancer. Once again, Sag doesn't have to be. So, Queen of Cups, the Knight of Coins, and the Wheel of Fortune. Holy wow. So, yeah, I feel, and if it isn't Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio, it's representing the love here. It's representing totally the love. Maybe someone wanted to have a life with you, you know, a home, maybe even a family or something. Being the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Coins, which is the slowest knight in the deck, and then the Wheel of Fortune, this feels like it's a process that's been playing out. Again, I think it's been a long time, the separation, but I feel, Sag, Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of that destiny kind of energy, right? I feel that this is, like there is a connection that is coming back. However that ends up, that's going to be your decision. But I do feel that they had to cut you off. Don't know why. Again, as I said, we've got that Page of Cups again, twice now. So there is this want of having some kind of start with you or some kind of reconnecting again. Again, and please don't say, I don't want this, because it's not your reading. It's okay. This is going to be for Saggy that is like open to having some communication and at the very least healing. Okay, I want to know about the Hierophant, please. Can you show me anything about the Hierophant? Oh, okay. Right. The Hierophant is getting clarified by the Hierophant. So definitely there was some marriage, connection, contract, however, that I think got in the way. I don't know how else to put it. We got the 8 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. So a lot of arguing, a lot of battling, a lot of drama in the other person's sphere is what I want to say. With the 8 of Wands is usually fast forward movement. I want to pull one more. I'm going to pull one more because what I'm reading here is that I'm reading that there would be a lot of energy of arguing and battling and not seeing eye to eye. 8 of Wands, though, to me is feeling like something changes quite quickly. Let's go back to my Light Seers deck. Can you give me one more card, please, on the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Wands, please? Okay. Wow, that's just nuts, man. It's the same cards that were on the bottom. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is abandonment, being left alone. And then we have the 4 of Cups that's showing up here. Again, stagnancy, boredom, just over it. So what I feel here, I'm going to put these back. What I feel here is there was a split. A split happened here. Again, so perhaps this person is wanting just to make amends or wanting to reach out to you. Because maybe they've never forgotten about you. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like Sagittarius to know? I'm not going to clarify anymore, Sag. I think we've got the gist here. There's someone that you've had a connection with that was a very intense, beautiful, I want to say beautiful. Again, I think when the two of you were together, it just feels like there was ease, but passion and laughter and acceptance. And then I feel like something got in the way. Something. I don't know what that is. For some of you, it's because the other person was married, or I don't know, something like that. But again, I feel like this is... the potential is there to change it, okay? Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading for beautiful Sag. What else would you like them to know? What else can you tell them? What else would you like them to know? Temperance, your card. Your card just came out here. Well, your card is representing patience, obviously being temperate in, you know, in your heart and who you are. I feel like this is confirmation though. Like Sag, like that there is, I don't know, there's something, this isn't finished is what I want to say. It's not wrapped up. And again, you might not even be thinking about it very often. But we have that Two of Swords on the bottom. So head over heart, right? Head over heart decision. High Priestess, Pisces energy. Listening to your intuition. Following that. And then we got the Page of Cups again. You know, and then we have the Four of Wands, Sag. So, you know, this is the happily ever after card kind of thing, if that even exists. I know there's no such thing as a happily ever after, right? But you get the gist here. Okay, so, Spirit, is there someone reaching out? Can you give me a little bit more? A little bit more, please. A little bit more, please. I don't know if Spirit will give it to me. But again, temperance, right? Patience, staying grounded in... Oh, thank you. Staying grounded, even if there's chaos or stress or worry or whatever, it is about you just staying right there in center. The cards that came out, once again, Knight of Wands. Your energy again. Then we have the Five of Coins, once again. Then we have the Sun. So, one way or another, if this is your reading, I do feel there's going to be there's going to be communication, there's going to be a reaching out, there's going to be a something here that at the very end of it, however this goes, the Sun is going to illuminate and bring whatever answers needed to be brought. But again, this can also be no longer alone, no longer feeling, you know, orphaned or abandoned, and then the sun shines down on you. Whew, Sag, I need a sip of water. Okay. Wow. Damn, I don't know where to go here. We have the Nine of Swords on the bottom, which would be stress and worry, sleepless nights, but then we have the Fountain. So like I said, this feels very much like a divine, whatever you believe in, right? Whatever you believe in, that energy is around here, around you, and I think around the other person, to bring this together, but also to bring the healing. Okay, so Fountain Deck is really, it's a magical card. Okay, Sag, I think I'm going to, let's go to my On in Time. It's a little bit more of a love oracle. Let's see what wants to come out of that. And then we'll close your reading off. Again, I think there's a lot here to consider, right? There's a lot to consider here. But I will say, I'd be very honest with you if I was getting not great feelings about it. And I'm not getting that. Okay. We have Kisses on the bottom. Let's see what this says. Unconditional love giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Wow. That's wild, because that Page of Cups all the time, that just kept showing up. We have Boat next. Maybe there's distance as well, because that Eight of Wands can represent distance, right? Overseas or whatever. It doesn't have to be overseas, but distance that kept it separated. So the Boat says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on. Okay. Then we have talking. Okay. Interested, conversing, awaiting message arrives. Text, call, email. Ooh, okay. Wedding rings. Oh my gosh. Union, wedding, marriage, soul connection. Eternal love, everlasting promise. Oh my gosh, I want to kind of cry. Then we have love call, Sag. I mean, these are all on the bottom. Someone expresses love, a message of love. Thinking of you and letting you know. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Wow. I'm going to say it again. I think whatever this relationship was, it probably was pretty amazing. Oof, okay. All right. Well, what's meant to be will be, right? Okay, Spirit, thank you so much. Final message for Sagittarius, please. Wow. And again, it doesn't matter how old we are or any of that, right? If it's true love and it's meant to be, it will be. Okay. What do we have? Dragonfly. Oops. We have the dragonfly. Okay, dragonfly. Lighthearted, finding out things coming to light. Adapt, change, heal. Okay, so the dragonfly, beautiful. And bottom, coffee cup. I'll read it because I don't have these at all memorized. Meeting and conversing, savoring a moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Okay. All right, Sag. I wish the very best for you in this situation as well. It feels very beautiful. It really does. Sad, but beautiful. Okay, that's where we're going to leave your reading, Saggy. Thank you for being here. If this is your reading, I really do hope that this gave you some enlightenment. If you've been wondering about a person or whatever, I do feel they feel the same way. Let me know in the comments if this happens. Of course, I'd love to know. But other than that, Sag, I love you very much. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope this helped. Thanks for taking the time to be here. Thanks for being part of our family. You rock. Mwah. Kisses, huge hugs, and we'll see you soon. Okay? We're going to be in August right away. All right, Sag. I love you. Take care.